Hi, my name is Frank Schaefer. My father, Francis Schaefer, was an evangelical leader in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I grew up with family friends like Reverend Billy Graham, Jerry Falwell, Dr. Dobson, all of the other figures who, along with my father, formed the evangelical right wing at the beginning of an event which eventually merged the Republican Party and the evangelical movement as one seamless white nationalist entity, now headed by Donald Trump. But I have a friend from way back when who is still an evangelical. He lives up the road near me, and he plows my drive in the winter for free. He knows I've changed my politics, but he kind of remembers who my father was. Plus, though we probably disagree on politics, he's one of the kindest people I know. And so are many of the evangelicals that I've left who voted for Trump, mostly because their conscience is smitten on the issue of abortion. And they have been manipulated by people like the Koch brothers and somebody my father knew, Ronald Reagan, back in the day, to vote for Republican candidates. But there was always kind of a reason that they could fall back on for their vote, whether it was abortion or something else. But now I have a real question for my evangelical friends, and I mean this sincerely. I now fail to understand how you can live with yourselves. Don't you feel the voice of Jesus Christ, who you say you serve, calling to you as you look at the face of a little girl, weeping and calling for her parents, who have been cruelly separated from her by the policies of Donald Trump, trying to intimidate brown people, Hispanic people, black people, and others who want to come to our country, legally or illegally is not the point here, but who has engineered a process of tormenting children, of whom Jesus said, "Suffer the little ones to come to me." Can you honestly look at those pictures and think you are doing the will of God by continuing to support this man? He is a cruel man. And using biblical terms, he is a man of blood. He is a man of lies and prevarication. He is the very thing that Antichrist is. I do not mean for a minute I think Donald Trump is the Antichrist. But everything he stands for and is doing to these little children, and the way he has excused credible accusations of rape by saying, well, she's not my type, this kind of glib Howard Stern type shock radio response to serious questions to the President of the United States. Are you not ashamed? My dear evangelical friends, can a few of you at least look at your conscience and say to yourselves, is this really what Jesus would do? Is there no limit to voting and supporting this man after mass shootings in which his own rhetoric shows up in manifestos by mass shooters who go into places to shoot down Hispanic brothers and sisters in Christ who worship in not just Roman Catholic but in evangelical churches alongside you, who are the backbone of the Pentecostal movement in this country right now? Are you not ashamed? I appeal to you to rethink what you have done when it comes to the 2020 elections, and to swallow very hard and vote for a Democrat with whom you may disagree, but simply because at a certain point, evil itself, cruelty to a child weeping for her mother, a toddler screaming as she's locked in a cage, cannot be tolerated by those who follow Jesus. Enough is enough. Do not listen to your leaders like Jerry Falwell Jr., Franklin Graham, and these others. They have so cast their lot into the dynamic of human power, lusting after those things of this world rather than those things of God, that they can't back down, but you can. My name is Frank Schaefer.